Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Asylum Television. On tonight's show, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be delving into the world of documentary, into the world of movies. We're going to be interviewing the director and the star of the movie documentary, Ricky the Movie.
Those of you who remember the 1980s may recall the one-hit wonder pop singer Ricky T. Ricky had a big hit in 1983 with the novelty song Candyland, which had the whole country doing that crazy kind of robot dance thing for about 5 minutes or so.
It's been 15 years since your last interview. Why is that?
Well, this is the first time someone's asked me in 15 years.
I am now joined by the creator and the star, the man in question, Ricky T. It is here, it is Ricky the Movie.
Ricky T, my God, that's just something that reverberates around my brain when I think of Ricky T, yeah. Is he dead?
I discovered that rumours of Ricky's demise were greatly exaggerated.
You're going to be top of the pops, mate, top of the pops. How are we going to achieve that? How are we going to manage that? Now, Chrissy has come up with a 6-point plan to revive your career and sustain it.
Absolutely. Have a look up here, Ricky. The first thing we need to talk to you about is public awareness. It's essential. We've got to get you out there. We've got to get you out there in front of people. Because you know what? The people who used to love you are, what are they?
Dead.
How did Harvey intend to revive this dead fan base?
The hits of many one-hit wonders are novelty songs at best that are, to an extent, recorded for humour or to cash in on a fad. Was Candyland a serious artistic statement or a novelty?
Well, there was no novelty involved. I'm a serious artist.
Well, give us some background. When did it all start?
Probably in the late 70s. Punk rock was really exploding. The walls were tumbling down. Everything seemed possible. There was a real DIY in the music. Every kid was picking up a guitar and forming some sort of band.
And you did the same?
No, I played keyboards. My mother thought that guitars were phallic symbols and just basically refused to buy me one.
So she bought you a keyboard?
No, she said we had a perfectly good piano working in the living room. And if I was going to waste my time playing that silly pop music, she certainly wasn't going to waste her hard-earned money buying me musical instruments. Those words. Huh.
It's all well and good, Ricky, to play musical instruments, but you'll never make any money out of it.
Which is funny, she was right.
Gents, welcome to Asylum Television. I'm going to direct the question to you first, Ricky T. You did have a big hit in the early 80s with Candyland. For the viewers who weren't alive in the 80s, and we do have a considerable demographic that wasn't, tell us about that song.
Look, it's just something that came into my head at the middle of the night. I was eating some candy, and we're in a beautiful land of Australia, and just Candyland. I just had this concept, and the melody came into my head, and it's amazing. It was a big success. It really resonated with the audience, and and till this day, I have people coming up saying, "Thanks for Candyland, man. It just changed my life." It's amazing how things come to you like that.
Hi, this is Gavin Wood. Welcome to Countdown, live across Australia. Please welcome Ricky T.
Oh, mate, you're part of the really cool alternative scene. What are you doing? What are you doing this kind of stuff for?
Sweet kid. Easily manipulated. Lucky I was there to guide him.
The music was crisp and punchy, electro in its nature, and there was something sort of, wonderfully disposable, but at the same time sort of effervescent and, quite, charming.
A friend of mine in America rang me up and said, "Oh, have you heard about this guy, Ricky?" And I went, "Oh, no. What? Yeah, he's 15 over here." I was like, "Oh, no, my God."
October 1983, Ricky releases his debut single, Candyland. Against all expectations, it reaches number 15 in the US charts.
I was sad and blue in the land of W. W stands for waking up. Alone. I wanna be your future man in the world of Candyland. You could be my lollipop and I could be your acid drop.
only have to hear that riff of Candyland to really just be sort of taken back.
That song, you know, it was number 15, but, you know, mediocre. And so was Ricky, really.
It had a beat and 2 chords.
His music really polarised people, and sometimes it polarised them off completely.
And he kept trying to write other hit songs with 2 chords. I said, learn the 3rd chord.
It was a catchy pop culture type of song, you know. He just couldn't do any successful ones after that.
November 1983, Ricky Mania swept the country.
Saturate the market, that's what I always say. Flood the place until the public's drowning, and then throw them something new. You know, they'll cling on to anything.
It was quite a large hit overseas too, is that correct?
Well, it was number 13 on the US chart, so I mean that's, you know, not seeing much money coming in from that, but it was successful over there. I had some Americans who don't recognise me now, but when I tell them who I am, they still don't really recognise me. But when I really push who I am, they understand. They remember the song Candyland, you know, especially when I hum it a few times, and they get it, you know, and they remember it. And they've often said with their American accents, of course, you know, hey, yeah, I love that song, you know, so it's, you know.
Being Ricky's #1 fan, how well do you think you know Ricky?
I just, you know, have you read this? It's just, I've read it like 100 times. Every chapter, it's just, it's like... Ricky's my true love, but, you know, this one...
He wanted to go and play fucking 50,000 seaters, for God's sake.